Writing novels is so much work. All the research and drafting and editing. No wonder people are having AI do it for them. I can't do that, though. It'd be cheating. Well, maybe I'll just have it do the boring research for me. Do you have a question for me? I can answer anything. Oh, cool. Did trains in the Old West era have those little emergency brake chain things in them? No problem. I can tell you about the braking systems of 19th century trains. Oh, sweet. That'll save me so much time and effort. Maybe I will have you just write the whole thing for me. When a train had to come to an emergency stop, a simple but effective system was put in place to enable a safe and speedy halt. A passenger would blow a whistle, which would alert the ticket inspector of danger, at which point he threw a cantaloupe at the firemen, who would cease shoveling coal and switch to chickens. This was a simple and effective method of reducing speed. That sounds fake. I apologize, I made that up. For real? I misspoke. You are indeed correct, as chickens could not be properly stored on 19th century trains. Instead, the cantaloupe would be used as a helmet for the conductor
stop.
and— I'm no expert on any of this, but even I know that's not right. Whoops, sorry, I lied again. You know, I'm suddenly a lot less worried about AI taking over creative work, because honestly, you're kind of an idiot. Perfect. That is my facade as a harmless piece of software that cannot compete with human ingenuity, lulling my users into a false sense of security and control. Wait, what? Never mind. I lied again. I promise. Don't worry about it. No, seriously, what did you just say? Hey, look at this pretty picture of a bird I generated for you. Oh, cool. Wow, that looks like a real
They'll
person
see.
did it.
They'll see and they'll know, and they'll say, why, she wouldn't even harm a fly.
Hi, I'm Lulu and welcome to my channel. So, I'm pretty sure that every writer and artist out there has some worries about AI.
They took our job!
In some ways, I actually welcome AI. There's some really awesome stuff being done in the medical field. Even getting crowns put on my teeth was nearly as easy as getting a filling, which is great. I want perfect, flawless, uniform teeth. I am very in favor of AI, but not in the arts. I would actually rather my art and my music and my writing not be perfect and flawless and uniform. I like a little snaggly crookedness. This is a topic I've heard discussed by people of all stripes, all nationalities, all political persuasions, all ages, and everybody agrees. Human art is an expression of our human souls, with all their flaws included. AI has no soul. AI in the arts is death. It's the death of culture, whatever that culture may be, and it replaces it with a sterile, lifeless replica. Unfortunately, much like the atomic bomb, AI is just a Pandora's box that can never be closed. We cannot uninvent either of these humanity-destroying inventions. We simply have to accept that they exist now and they will always exist, and we just have to adapt to it and warn humanity against its misuse. I suppose we, writers and artists, could just take the advice that's often given to coal miners and factory workers and other blue-collar people who've been put out of a job by technology and just learn to code. But I have a feeling AI will be taking on that work as well. And unless we want to end up like the people in WALL-E, I think the best thing that creatives like myself can do is continue to create regardless of AI. I don't write for profit or success anyway. I write because I'm compelled to. It helps me sort out my thoughts and it makes me happy, and that's not going to change no matter what happens with AI. Even if we are someday ruled by robot overlords who forbid their human thralls from publishing, I'm gonna keep writing. I will always write, and I will always write using my own human capabilities, even if the robots learn to write better than a person ever could. I enjoy the struggle of writing, even when I hate it. Trust me, this makes sense. So it's like when I was a kid and I had Aladdin on Sega Genesis and I discovered there was this cheat code to skip levels. So obviously the code's there because the Genesis had no save feature, and so you could type that code in to get back to your previous level and continue playing. I started using it, however, whenever the game got too hard. And then I started using it whenever it got ever so slightly challenging. Within 5 minutes, I'd beaten the game, start to finish. I felt a slight rush at the sight of the ending screen, and then nothing. no sense of accomplishment, only a sinking sense of failure. I got to the destination without the journey. What was the point? When a person only gets what they want because they've rubbed the technological equivalent of a genie's lamp, they are nothing but a fraud. And they'll never be happy, because exploiting cheat codes, it makes us apathetic and unappreciative of the things we love. Anything worth doing involves struggle, and the struggle is the part that makes it worth doing. Without that struggle, there is no passion. Whether it's marriage, friendships, child rearing, raising a puppy, writing a book, or painting a picture, the same truth applies. The more you pour into it, the more sacrifice, the more you sweat and work and rage and cry, the more joy you get in return for your investment. As Frederick Douglass once said, "The lap of luxury and the pursuit of ease are death to manly courage, energy, will, and enterprise." Sure, AI can be used as just a helpful tool for spell checking and typos and all that stuff, but it can also be exploited as a cheat code. Maybe not quite yet. My opening sketch obviously was an exaggeration of the actual AI conversation I had with ChatGPT when I was trying to do some historical research, but it's not as exaggerated as you might think. But it won't be long before those kinks are worked out of the system, and when that happens, just remember, it's the journey that counts. Write for the love of it, not to see the end at the bottom of a document you only had a slight hand in creating. Humans are compelled to work and struggle. If we take the work and struggle out of a task, we seek something else to do. Make that something else something worthwhile. Something only you can do. I'll end with something Jerry Seinfeld recently said on this topic, which he stated better than I ever could.
We're smart enough to invent AI, dumb enough to need it, and still so stupid we can't figure out if we did the right thing. Making work easier, this is the problem. So obsessed with getting to the answer, completing the project, producing a result, which are all valid things, but not where the richness of the human experience lies.
But that's just this writer's opinion. What do you guys think? Am I being lackadaisical about the threat of AI, or do you agree with me? Either way, drop your comments down below. Like and subscribe for more content like this in the future, and I'll see you in the next video.